Hey everyone, let's talk about money today. But before I do, I want to check in with you. The moment I said that I'm going to talk about money, what are some instant thoughts and emotions that came up for you? Was it anger, thinking that money is such a personal topic? Why do we have to talk about it on LinkedIn? Is it frustration, thinking that I have thought about money in each and every angle, yet I cannot attract it in my life, yet I cannot meet my goals? So I just want to push past this video. Is it sadness, thinking that I really don't want to hear about this because it reminds me of every single thing that's wrong in my life? Or is it curiosity, thinking that let me see what she has to say? Or is it simply happiness, thinking that let me see what she has to say so that I can make more money? The reason I'm asking you this question is because this is one of the biggest windows into realizing what your relationship with money truly is. Which brings me to the topic as to why I'm talking about money today. Now, the reason I'm talking about money is because, as you know, I'm a coach and I help people overcome their lack of self confidence, their self doubt, and help them transition into their next stages of their life. And one of the topics that has been a recurring issue in my clients' lives is money. It's because we are programmed into thinking that money is something that has to be a hush hush topic, that we cannot talk about our finances objectively. That if we tell people about this is how much I want to make or this is what I'm not making, people will shame me or worse, judge me for it. So there is a lot of notion, there are a lot of stereotypes around money and talking about it. However, if you really think about it, the reason you and I are here on LinkedIn or the reason you and I work is majorly because of money, isn't it? I mean, there are so many things that you would do differently if money weren't really a factor. So if you really don't talk about money, if you don't really look at how your relationship with money really is, what you're really saying is that I want to put a blindfold over my head and walk towards my career because I'm just so ashamed or I'm just so close minded to really talk about money. And that is what the case with a lot of professionals is. They don't really want to talk about money because the moment the subject of money comes up, there are emotions of shame, guilt, regret, wanting to go into a shell sort of comes up. Which is why I want to talk to you about the relationship you do share with money. Because the relationship you share with money ultimately determines how much money you actually make. And how much money you actually make determines just how many choices you have in life. And how many choices you have in life ultimately determines the quality of life, which is what I help my clients improve. So, think of money as a person for a moment and think of money as a person that is sitting right in front of you right now. And tell me, what do you really feel about it? Are you angry at money, thinking that why can't you ever stay in my life, or I want you so much, why can't you just come to my life? Are you sad with money, thinking that I want you so much, I have tried so much to have you in my life, yet you're never here? Are you irritated towards money, thinking that no matter what I do, you are never going to come into my life? Or are you resentful towards money, thinking that, you know what, I don't want you anymore because clearly you don't want me? Or money is like a friend to you, thinking that, you know what, you always come to my life whenever I want you to. Are you happy when you look at this person called money in front of you, thinking that you've helped me so much? Come, let's have a cup of tea. The relationship you share with money is going to ultimately determine just how easily you get it. Think about it. If someone were to stand in front of you and look at you and be like, I want you desperately, I will do anything and everything to get to you, how are you going to feel? You're going to get creeped out, right? Nobody likes a desperate person. Similarly, if you see someone who is angry with you for no reason, you're also going to get angry. You're also going to think, why is this person so angry with me for no reason whatsoever? Or let's say that someone assumes that you are very hard to get, but in reality, you are here thinking that I just want to be friends with everyone. The relationship you share with money is a result of three things. The first is the trauma that you hold around money. Now, this often comes from the beliefs that you have formed around money, looking at your own parents, looking at your own childhood. If you have seen a lot of struggle, or let's say if you have seen some amount of poverty, if you have seen your parents work extremely hard or tell you again and again that it's extremely hard to make money, you're going to believe into that. And because you believe that money is so hard to make, you're always going to feel constriction around money. You're going to think 1,000 times before investing in yourself. You're going to think 1,000 times before doing something for yourself. And because you are you always hold such constricted energy around money, it's always going to feel constricting to even get to money, because ultimately money comes through flow. The more you're easily able to let it go, the more you're also able to attract it. It's a two-way street. You cannot hold on to money extremely tightly and think that it will just come to me. The second thing is your own experiences with money. Now this is a build up on the first, which is the trauma that you hold around money. The trauma that you hold around money ultimately affects the experiences you've had with money. So, for example, let's say that I have this belief from childhood that it's extremely hard to make money, and I start a business and I see exactly that it is actually hard to make money. So, what has truly happened? I've built up my belief on the trauma that I'm already carrying. So, this belief has become even stronger. Now, because this belief has become very strong, some people find it very hard to let it go. They don't realize that the reason that they ended up creating the same experiences that confirm their belief that money is actually hard to make is because of the trauma that they've been holding on to, right? That is why we need to do deep inner work to truly, truly decode why we have had certain experiences again and again in our life. Only and only when we do deep inner work are we able to truly let go of our patterns. Now, coming to the third thing. The third thing that affects your relationship with money is the current embodiment of it. Now, what I mean by that is the more you keep holding on to these traumas, the more you keep holding on to the beliefs that you already have around money, which are toxic, the more you will end up creating same experiences in life. So, first is your trauma around money. Second is your own past experiences about money. And third, the energy you are dealing with money right now. Only and only when you heal your relationship with money around these three areas will you be able to see that money truly means nothing. It's a medium of exchange. So you really cannot look at a medium of exchange and be like, you know what, this is evil, this is so hard to make. Because if it were truly hard to make, it would be hard to make for every single person on this planet. But it's not the case. It's because, believe it or not, your beliefs around your money ultimately determines how much you make it. Now let's talk about how do you really heal your relationship with money. There are several steps. The first and the most important one that I want you to take is I want you to simply sit down and write, what do I feel about money? And be very honest about it. What do I feel about money on most days? Do I want it to not exist in the world because I'm so scared of it? Do I want more of it but I don't know how to get it? What do I really feel about money? And be as honest as you can. This is going to give you a window into what kind of relationship you share with it. It can either be secure, which means that you think that money is your friend. It can come to you whenever you want it. Either, or it is an insecure relationship wherein you feel that I want money very desperately. I want it at all costs, but yet it doesn't want to come to me. You're scared of it, you are angry at it, you resent it, or you reject it. Or you have a push and pull relationship with money, wherein on some days you hate it, or on some days you love it. So it's not a consistent relationship, right? So simply determine what kind of relationship you have with money and how do you want it to become. Because again, like any other relationship in your life, you also have a relationship with money. The more secure and confident you are about money, the more it is going to come to you. Now, if you're actually interested in healing your relationship with money, I'm hosting a 2-day intensive masterclass on it after a couple of weeks. To enroll in it, you can simply DM me saying masterclass on money and I will send you the link to register.